Gardeners, so I'm going to be moving on to my next project, and that is going to be setting up a bioactive enclosure for my corn snake. This is something I've never done before, and I'm really eager to get started. I'm so excited. It's going to be kind of a long process to get it going, but obviously the very first thing I need to do is get everything that I need to start building this enclosure. So I have partnered up with Josh's Frogs once again, and they sent me everything that I'm going to need to set up this enclosure, and I have everything in this giant box behind me. So I'm gonna unbox it in this video with you guys and show you everything I got. So I have the giant box right here, and I'm gonna start opening it. I'm already so excited because I just see little plants sticking out, and it's just adorable. I love how they package their plants because every single time they just come and they're in perfect condition, and I can't tell you guys enough how great they come, because I've always been so worried about receiving plants in the mail because I always assumed they wouldn't be packaged well and they would just be like a mess and they would be dead. And they're always looking in prime condition every time I get them from Josh's Frogs, so just major shout out to them because I love them so much. And you guys know I'm horrible with plant names. I'm like so awful. But luckily Taylor, who works for Josh's Frogs, she was able to pick out a ton of plants for me that are great for corn snakes. And again, you can check out Josh's Frogs website, and they sell a lot of different plants, and they let you know what's safe for what type of animal on the website. So it makes it really easy if you're shopping for a certain type of animal to have a certain type of plant and make sure that it's nice and safe for your animal. So this right here is the first plant. It's looking amazing. I think this would look great in a corn snake enclosure, and I think Bloom would really like it. So we're gonna move on to the next plant. I love these. Oh, I love the colors. Look how pretty. Standing up nice and tall, very healthy looking plant. I love it. Wow, I love this. It's so pretty. Here's the other one. I'm like getting a really good mental picture of how this enclosure is gonna look based off of these plants, and I know that these are gonna be perfect for a corn snake. So moving on, just tons of paper, which is great because their packaging is always just spot on. I think there's another little plant in here. I love it. So pretty. Again, perfect condition, looking amazing. Very, very excited. So over here, we have the Josh's Frogs bio bedding. For those of you, I know I talk about this stuff every single time. I am in love with this substrate. It is the best. It works amazing for bioactive enclosures. I have it for my blue tongue skink, my green tree python, and my pixie frog, and it's just amazing because it really helps the springtails to stay alive, and it really holds in humidity to up the humidity in the enclosures. So I just really, really love this stuff. It's gonna be a little bit tricky this time around because obviously I'm setting up a corn snake enclosure and they don't really need the high humidity. So I'm gonna go through the entire process and show you how I'm gonna be able to accommodate that with this type of a moist substrate, because it's still gonna be possible. So again, love this stuff. I just want to hug these bags. I just love them so much. So I have one bag right here, and then they sent me another one because I'm going to be setting up a 30-gallon enclosure, and it's a pretty big tank, and I'm also going to be needing the substrate to set up the background as well. So I definitely needed 2 bags of this stuff, and I'm very excited. So next up, I have 3 of these. So this is the Great Stuff foam, and they sent me 3 of them, which is perfect. It's definitely gonna be enough for what I need. So this is gonna be perfectly safe for animals if you're trying to make a naturalistic foam background. So it's definitely what I'm going to be needing, and it looks like they also sent me 3 more. I think it's silicone. Let me just check. Yeah, so this is the sealant. Oh my god, you guys are so awesome. I love Josh's Frogs so much. So they actually sell kits where you can get all of this stuff that you will need in order to make a background. So that just makes it so much easier. If you're looking to set up a naturalistic background, you can literally just buy the kit and get everything with the kit that you'll need to set up the enclosure. They have the regular backgrounds and they also have the waterfall backgrounds as well. So definitely check that out if you're interested in making a background, because they're amazing and they have everything that you're gonna need. They just make shopping so much easier on their website because they just have everything. So I will definitely be using these and the foam, and that should be perfect for the background. And then next up, looks like we have, I think these are gonna be isopods. Yes, so these are isopods. And I actually might not use this for the enclosure because isopods do need moisture and they like to stay on the surface of the substrate, and I'm going to be going through a completely different process because it is for a corn snake and they do need a drier substrate. So I'm going to be sticking with springtails for this build, and that's what these are right here. So I'll let you guys get a closer look of that. So these are the springtails that I'll be using. I've used these in my other enclosures. I'll probably just add these isopods to Chancho's enclosure just because they like to stay on the surface and they're more for a moist enclosure. So the springtails will work perfectly for the corn snake enclosure. And I'm gonna go way more into depth with all of this when I actually build the setup, so you'll see that in the next video. And again, they always send their little care sheets. So this is for the isopods. This is for the springtails. Is it backwards? I think so. I can't really tell. This light is like throwing me off. They also have one for plants, for how to keep them alive, what to do with them once you bring them home. So they're just amazing, so thoughtful. There's a little thank you note too. They always do this with every single order. They're just the best company. I love them so much. But we're not done. I still have more stuff in here. So I have snake clips over here. So these are for the screen, and this is going to ensure that, oh, it's backwards. This is going to ensure that my corn snake does not escape from the enclosure because corn snakes are escape artists. So this should keep the enclosure nice and safe and make sure that my corn snake can't sneak out of it. And we're gonna see how that goes because I've actually never used snake clips before, so I'm really excited to put these to use. And then next up we have a wire cage clamp lamp. And this is going to be for my lighting. So because I'm going to be doing a live planted enclosure, I decided to use lighting rather than a heat pad. Normally I would recommend to use a heat pad for snakes, but I feel like it works better for heavy bodied snakes, and I just want to increase the overall temperature on one side and try using a light instead, and then also be able to have live plants because it'll have the lighting requirement it needs. So this is going to be perfect for the light. And then lastly, we have the light in here, so I have to unwrap this. So this is the Mega Ray light bulb that I'm going to be using. It's going to be the heat bulb. And I'm really excited to use this product because it's not something that I have used before and I just learned about it. Apparently it's supposed to be the closest thing that you can get that mimics natural sunlight, which is going to just benefit your animals even more. The UV also lasts longer than others. It was tested with solar meters to make sure, because usually UV runs out after like 6 months, but these are known to last up to 12 months. But this is just, again, this is not UVB, this is the UVA, so this is just the heat. So I'm really excited to try this out. They also have the best prices, so definitely check out this bulb on Josh's Frogs if you want to try, because honestly I may upgrade all of my enclosures to have this type of lighting, because if it can mimic sunlight the closest, I think that that's the healthiest option to go with. So I'm really excited to try this out. Here's what it looks like. And here's what it looks like so you guys can see. I'm just so excited to try this out. I really hope that it works well. I'm sure that it will, and I love that there's a picture of a water dragon on it, because who doesn't love water dragons? And then that is everything out of this box. Now it's just dirt. So I am so happy with everything that Josh's Frogs sent me. I think that I am just completely ready to set up this enclosure now. I have everything that I need. So thank you so much for sending me all of this. I'm so excited to get going on this project. I've been planning this for so long and I'm just so excited to finally get started. So if you guys are interested in setting up your own bioactive enclosure or setting up a naturalistic background, definitely check out Josh's Frogs. They have everything that you're gonna need, including the live plants, the springtails, the isopods, literally everything that you could possibly need, and they have the best prices as well. I just love them so much. They're just such a nice, thoughtful company, and you can just tell that everything they do is done with care, and they just really care about their customer satisfaction, and it just means the world. They're just such an amazing company. You guys know I'm obsessed with them. So again, if you guys want to check them out, get some feeders for yourself, for your animals, or set up a bioactive enclosure, whatever it is, you can use my discount code ReptilianGarden at the checkout and you will save yourself 15% off of your entire order. So thank you, Josh's Frogs. I am so happy with everything I received. I can't wait to get started, and thank you guys for watching this video. Again, this project is going to take some time, but I'm gonna bring all of you along for the journey and I'm gonna film everything. So stay tuned for the setup of this bioactive enclosure for my corn snake, and I will see you in the next one.